All right, well, we're here at our new property. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this property in a minute, but right now, I got my boys here with me, Charlie, Cal. All right, I gotta get my food plots in the ground here at this place today, but first, I wanted y'all to see this Fat Boy blind right here. And the boys are gonna sit up here and play. There's a lot of room for them in here. Brand new property. Have had a summer plot here. We've been kind of here since the end of last deer season, and we have got some big boys on camera. I used to lease this property. I'll tell you a little bit about this property now. I used to lease this property about 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm telling you, I had giants on camera. But there's a big field out there behind me, out there, and it's about a 130-acre tract. Well, that field was planted either in soybeans or peanuts, so of course big bucks and a lot of deer were staying around. Anyway, the property came up for sale this past year, and it was only selling for 20 acres. Well, what they've done is a farmer has bought all the field to do pecan trees, but he had no use for these hardwoods. So what they did is they thinned the pines because it was very thick in here, and they planted, I didn't have anything to do with this part, they planted a huge food plot here right in the middle of the woods. But I'm gonna harrow this thing up today, try to get the seed in the ground. I got the boys with me today. They're sitting up in our big Fat Boy blind right there. That's a 6 by 6 by 10 right there. And we've got it sealed. I hadn't been in it in a couple of months. There's no wasp or anything in there. I've got foam floors in it for them, some nice chairs. So pretty much the whole family can come. The whole family can come during rifle season, and we can sit on this big food plot and have a really good time. So anyway, we're gonna get to work on this tractor. We're gonna start working and see what happens, and hopefully we'll have some big deer eating here very soon. Okay, so I got the easy part out of the way. We got it harrowed up, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna plant some seed here. We're gonna be planting the same thing we planted at our other place. We're gonna have some 4S Harvest Advantage and some 4S Plantler Forager Plus. And basically your Harvest Advantage has got a lot of oats and stuff in it, big seeds, and then your smaller, finer seeds are gonna be in that Plantler. This food plot's a lot bigger than the other one. So I don't have a spreader with me. I'm gonna be doing this by hand. So I'm gonna get my money's worth today for sure. But kind of want to tell you a little bit about what we've done here. Probably gonna be similar to the other place. I got this blind right here, and what I did here is I did the same thing. I did a 2-foot platform using 4x4s and 2x4s. Could have used 2x6s, but I had 2x4s, so that's what I used. And some 1x6s for the floor, and then I put some rubber mats down to cut down on noise and to kind of reinforce that floor as well. But that's what I put my blinds on now. And the reason I do that is, 1, to keep the rattlesnakes out of it, and 2, I just can see better. I like shooting from up there better. Sometimes when you get down on the ground, if the ground's not level, you know, you stay in the dirt, you get in briars and things like that. So anyway, we're about to get to planting. And then what I'll do is I'll get on my harrow, I'll straighten those blades out, kind of drag the seed in, fill our feeder back up, and hopefully we'll start getting some pictures of some big bucks here. Again though, I'm doing all the work I gotta do here because I'm ready for it, but I'm not leaving Mizell right now. We've got a lot going on. There's another buck we hadn't told you about yet that just showed up from last year. It's one we're familiar with, so that brings us to 6 different bucks at that one spot that I would shoot. So pretty excited. We'll talk about that at another time. I'll talk to you about that buck at another time. But anyway, we're gonna get to work here and see what we can do. All right, well, all the seed and fertilizer is in the ground. I'm about to go. Got the blade straightened out on the harrow. We're gonna drag it in, get the feeder set back up, and then we'll be done. Did a lot of damage here today. Did everything with that, man. We're both wore out.
Yep. Red washed. I see him very clearly.
What you doing, man?
What's up?
Dude, he's like 150, probably pushing 160.
Yeah, he's huge, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I came back out here real quick to, I'm just gonna pour an extra bag out because there's so many deer eating here, man, that they, I don't really wanna, I don't want them to not have enough here when they come. All right, I want to keep it short and sweet. Right now, I'm hunting the biggest deer I've ever hunted, for sure. This deer's a lot more special to me because of where he's at. This property means the world to me. I mean, a 110-inch deer would be the same as about a 150 anywhere else for me, and I know that sounds crazy. I don't know, man. I'm a firm believer in the Lord does things for a reason, and things just didn't quite work out on a couple of our early hunts because I had already picked out my 2 deer. 2 out of 4 deer. I wanted to kill one of those, them and tag out early like last year. And if I had done that, I would have been tagged out before this buck showed up. He showed up October the 1st, I think, October the 1st or 2nd, and he is the biggest deer I've ever hunted. Definitely the biggest deer I've ever seen step foot on this property. He was a 4-year-old last year. On one of his sides, he was broken past his G2. And anyway, I'm praying that jugger shows up this very evening. It's a really good day for it to be early October. I know he's there. I know that there's a chance that he can come out at any time. I guess I didn't really keep it short and sweet. Get me talking about a big deer, I talk a lot. And I tell you one more thing. I'm not one to really force the Lord down somebody's throat, but I tell you what, he's good. And he's been good to me, and he's been a lot better to me than I deserve, especially when it comes to deer hunting. So that's why I believe firmly that anything can happen every time I go, because a lot of things have happened for me that have worked in my favor that should have never happened, but they did. And I know it's the Lord. Romans 8:28 says, for everything works for the good of those who love him. And I do love him. I really love him. I'm thankful that I get a chance to serve him. And I'm just thankful that he's allowing me to go deer hunting on this night. I'm thankful for my family that deals with time with me away to go do this and chase these things, man. I tell you, these things really do a number on me during deer season. I really lose sleep. My blood pressure goes up, I imagine. I've already hunted more times than I had hunted last year before I killed 2 bucks. I killed 2 bucks in my first 4 hunts last year, and I've already hunted more than that this year. Hadn't got it done yet. But things changed this week when that big old boy showed up. So, praying for a great night, man. I came out here earlier. I went ahead and put the camera tripod in my boat in the blind. Saved me a lot to carry in, and it's a lot cooler this afternoon than it was yesterday afternoon. So just thankful to chase these deer, thankful to chase a deer this size, and I just pray he stays out of the road, pray he stays out from in front of other hunters' deer stands right now, and I just pray that he stays around here. It's 6 o'clock right now. Been here a few minutes. Sun's bright in a couple spots, but it's okay. It's really, really cool for this time of year, really. Man, you talk about an awesome hunt. A little after 7, and 2 of my younger bucks came out. It was Righty and Slick. They came out. I have not seen Slick from the deer stand before. He's gonna be beautiful one day. Really nice brows. Gonna be beautiful. Righty's gonna be beautiful too. We've seen him. He's the one that messed up our hunt on Dude earlier in the season, but Lucky came out. Man, I had Lucky at 24 yards, at 22 yards, at 30, 25. He presented me a lot of shots, and I just could not make myself draw back. I may regret it. You know, I've never killed a good buck on film, and I could have easily had some awesome footage, but it's just something about that big old buck that's there that's just messing with me. But I would love to be blood trailing him right now, putting him in the truck, but I just couldn't make myself do it. Now, I think I'm gonna try to come back Tuesday. I left everything in the blind. We're gonna skip tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a little warmer anyway, then Tuesday's gonna be a day just like this one. Absolutely awesome hunt. Videoed him for 25-30 minutes. I don't really know who I am right now. I've never let a deer like that walk with a bow. Don't really know what's into me right now, but it sure is fun chasing them, and we're gonna be right back after them and see what we can do.